to appreciate your guidance within your communication to accounting officers. But as I appreciate your guidance and advice to accounting officers, as a chairperson of an accountability committee, at times we have received interesting responses. An accounting officer writing back, stating that for us we are advised by the previous speaker, the Speaker of the 11th Parliament, to act this way or that way. I only pray that as part of your communication, you further guide that this is the 12th Parliament, you are the Speaker with clear and new guidance, so that accounting officers and witnesses out there will now respect all summons and invitations by parliamentary committees and adhere to accountability principles. I thank you, Right Honorable.
I don't know why you want me to go that side. You really think there is anybody in Jerusalem who doesn't know the new speaker is Oboth? And that this is 12th Parliament. Every Parliament comes with the leadership, and whatever we are guiding is for this Parliament. If there are some other guidances which were issued before, we thank it worked for that time. Now, every accounting officer must come. By the way, it is the responsibility of Parliament to help the accounting officers to be accountable to Ugandans. So we cannot, and also I should guide that if they were used to calling a speaker, nobody should call me when it's summoned to the accountability committees. Everyone must carry his or her cross. Nobody should even use my name that they have seen me. Yes, I have come to correct a few things, including that impression. Not necessarily that there were some bad things in the past, but this thing of saying the speaker has told me not to come. I recently guided somebody and he had to attend. When a committee invites you, the committee is working on behalf of this Parliament. We would have invited you here ourselves, but that's why we have committees. So that one is sorted and sealed. Can we have Honorable George Musisi? Yes? Oh, you are George Musisi? Honorable George?
Thank you for allowing me to say something about the point that you raised on accounting officers. And this can be helpful for the House, that the chairpersons, things through the clerk, when you write to these accounting officers, since we are the ministers are here, it would be very helpful if we are also informed so that we whip these accounting officers, because at the end of the day, we are accountable to these ministerial policy statements, accountability in the House, so it's a good rule. Way of moving forward. I'm not amending your guidance, but I'm just giving this information so that the House can really, we need to work together to help these accounting officers to appear before you and be accountable to the people of Uganda.
That is from an experienced legislator and the former vice chairperson of caucus, is the chairperson of National Prayer Breakfast, is offering, because honestly, if you've been a minister before, you just see your accounting officers being grilled. And then you wonder, hey, you can't start calling, you were called, you know? So it is just out of courtesy that you people, when you invite them, you copy the ministers so that they know. So yeah, we need to move. We need to move.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, that is correct, as proposed by the Honourable Minister, Honourable Bahati. But I would also want to use this opportunity to ask the ministers, since they are our colleagues, to behave like the speaker, so that you do not call us to say, this one, Patrick, I know him, this Mwad, I know him, my accounting officer is not available. So you act like the speaker has said, to say, no calling me or no stopping me, in the interest of promoting accountability in the country. It is correct. We shall make sure that you're coopted in as ministers, but please don't use your influence to fail the activities of the committees. Thank you.
Please, they cannot be like the speaker. There is only one speaker. Yes, I had picked, I have been given some guidance here. Honorable George Musisi, we have a few matters of national importance that I want to ask the government side to pay attention, and then we can go to our main other discussions.
Thank you. To ask the following questions. In Chirinya Parish, Chira Municipality, in Wakiso District, were identified and assessed as project-affected persons in connection with the Standard Gauge Railway project, and subsequently the Kampala-Jinja Expressway projects, and they are to be paid compensation for their different properties. Right Honorable Speaker, evaluations and assessment exercises were undertaken between 2013 and 2017, and that the affected persons were subsequently restricted from utilizing their properties since 2015, 16 and 17 to date, not to develop the properties and not to carry out any further constructions. However, it's almost over 9 years now since the evaluations. Many of the affected persons have not received any compensations. In view of the prolonged delay and the hardships occasioned to the affected residents, I request the Minister for the following interventions, Right Honorable Speaker. One, to immediately provide the affected stakeholders with a formal and comprehensive update on the progress of the compensation process, including a clear and publicly communicated schedule indicating when those payments will commence and when the outstanding project-affected persons will be fully compensated. Secondly, to direct that a fresh evaluation exercise is conducted, or re-evaluation, to be undertaken where legally and technically appropriate. We can establish the prevailing value of the affected properties in light of the lapse in time since the evaluations were taken without compensation, 9 years now. Thirdly, to request, and it's particularly important because the Constitution protects persons from compulsory deprivation of property unless the acquisition is accompanied by prompt, fair, and adequate compensation. This has also been recognized by Ugandan jurisprudence, Right Honorable Speaker, that the constitutional requirement of prompt and fair adequate compensation is part of the constitutionally protected rights. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, the affected residents should not continue carrying the economic burden of government for a project which is now for almost a decade they are waiting and they are unable to develop or dispose of their property. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Prime Minister. The Ministry of Works is here if you want to delegate or...
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. I want to thank the member for raising this concern. It is true there have been some delay on the compensation of the project-affected persons with the SGR project. The delay is arising out of the petitions that have come from the project-affected persons on the amounts that had been assessed. And what the ministry has done, we have already set a team that has held a meeting with the people who are affected, especially within the area of Lugazi up to Kampala. And then there was also a team that is being constituted to go and do this resurvey of the project-affected persons so that we begin the compensation. But otherwise, I can report that so far, we have compensated 60% of the line from Malaba up to Kampala, especially for those people who did not have petitions with the ministry. But otherwise, I will take up with this, and I can come back, Mr. Speaker, to give the correct update based on the meetings that the team has engaged with the committee.
I thought this is very correct. You want to more correct?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, meetings are still going on.
Okay.
We are still engaging.
Honorable Musisi, you've heard the minister is on top of it. And I think there is something, I must also thank the ministers of this term. He had just come in 1 minute and is up to speed. The ministers are doing very well. The ministers are doing very well. There's nobody who is stammering here. Everyone is up to the task. So, thank you. Can I have Honorable Zambali Birasio Mukasa? What a name, yeah.
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Zambali Bulasio Mukasa, Member of Parliament from Nansana Municipality. Right Honorable Speaker, there is a rampant and unregulated practice of holiday teaching that commonly known as holiday coaching that is happening in both private and public schools. Right Honorable Speaker, holiday breaks were structured by the Ministry of Education and Sports to allow our children or to allow students have a rest or else have what we call a family bond. But some schools have misused this. My prayer, Right Honorable Speaker, is the Minister of Education and Sports to issue a directive that can enforce compliance, strengthen oversight, and also do some penalties to those schools that have misused this directive. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Minister of Education. Those are real issues.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Welcome back. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, first, the Ministry of Education and Sports condemns the acts of holiday teaching because we issued out circular to all chief administrative officers across the country and also issued the school calendar, which both confirms teaching hours, teaching time, and holiday time. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, for purposes of us all coming together to help the ministry, I want on behalf of the ministry to give a hotline or helpline for any member of the public who finds any school anywhere in the country. Speaker, can I repeat for the record? 08 00 37 77 71. Yes, there are 4 sevens.
And you should tell them it is toll free. Also.
That number is toll free. You can call that number to tell them where the practice is taking place, so that as a ministry we will route police to that respective area where the acts are taking place. And I also want to ask all school administrators across the country that it is time for the holidays of our children. Can they allow our children to be at home and born with their parents in line with the calendar which we issued as a Ministry of Education and Sports? I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.